You may have noticed that I have slowed down a bit in making videos. So I just want to give you a small update about me. I went to India for 3 weeks and brought my parents back with me to the UK. So I have been spending more time with them lately. Now that they are settled, I'll gradually start making more meaningful videos for you guys again. So in today's video, I'll cover the top 4 latest updates from the UK Home Office. 2 good news and 2 not so good news for immigrants. For those connected with me on Instagram, you may have already seen a few Instagram reels on these updates. However, I haven't had a chance to make a dedicated video on YouTube. So today I'll cover everything that's happening in the UK and how it will impact you. But before we start, a quick introduction about myself for my new audience. My name is Sarica and I have been living in the UK for the last 14 years. I work full-time in IT and during my free time, I make YouTube videos. I have 2 good news to share with you guys as well. First is about study abroad service. You guys already know that I can help you study abroad in any of these listed countries. You simply need to fill the form which is provided in my video description and pinned comment, and my team will reach out to you soon. If you don't hear back from them, you can send me a direct email on yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. Second update from me, I'm launching a job assistance service to help you find a job in the UK. I know many of you are struggling to find jobs and need more help navigating the UK job market. I'll assist you from start till the finish, including job searching, networking, and interview preparation. This is a paid service and I will take only a few students to start with. I offer 2 packages, one for groups and for one, which is more expensive, 1-to-1 consultation. If you want more details, you can email me with your CV at yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. So without any further delay, let's start with today's video. Update number 1. For professional working in IT, telecom or engineering in the UK, big changes might be coming your way. Let me give you some background. Home Secretary Yevgeny Cooper has written to the chair of the Migration Advisory Committee, which is MAC, to commission a review of the IT and engineering sectors in relation to international recruitment. The aim of the review is to understand why employers within these sectors are overly reliant on international recruitment to fill skill gaps within their businesses. She mentioned in the letter that the new government is committed to bringing down the current high levels of migration and addressing ongoing skill shortages in the UK. As part of the review, the MAC has been asked to look at number 1, the types of jobs that are in shortage. Number 2, the reasons behind the shortages, such as training, pay, and working conditions. Number 3, how employers in the sectors have tried to deal with these shortages, besides hiring from overseas. Number 4, the impact of being on the shortage occupation list on these sectors or jobs. Number 5, what changes in the UK immigration system could encourage employers to hire more local workers, including whether the immigration salary list should stay the same. So why this matters to you guys? Because number 1, your job security could be affected. Number 2, bringing your family to the UK might become more challenged. Number 3, competition for jobs could get tougher. Number 4, this could make it harder to get or renew your visa. And number 5, salary requirements might increase. However, the Migration Advisory Committee MAC will be submitting a report with recommendations and suggestions to the government within 9 months. So make sure to stay connected with me for the latest updates on this topic. Now let's move to update number 2, which is a big news for family visa. UK government postpones increase in financial requirement for spouse visas. Few of you guys are still confused between family visa versus dependent visa. Now let me explain again and again. Family visa and spouse visa means the same thing. This visa is for family members of people who got British passport or ILR status. However, dependent visa is just for dependent visa of, say, different visa categories like skill visa, student visa, PSW. So this new changes are for family visa, not for dependent visa. The Home Secretary has announced that the future increases in the financial requirement for spouse visa and other family visas will be postponed while the Migration Advisory Committee, which is MAC, conducts a full review. So let's rewind a little bit. The previous government had increased the financial requirement from an annual income of 18,600 to 29,000, with further increases planned to eventually bring the annual figure to 38,700 in 2025. Now, the MAC review is likely to take several months to be completed, so the financial requirement will remain at 29,000 during this time. Once that review is finalized, the Home Secretary will then decide what the annual figure should be. However, it's important to know that anyone who applied for a visa while the financial requirement was 18,600 will remain at that lower level for future applications. This relates to anyone who applied before 11th of April 2024. Now, let's move to update number 3. 14,000 people can be at risk of deportation in UK. The UK government is making big changes to immigration. They want to deport 14,000 people by the end of this year, focusing on those whose immigration status is not clear or unresolved. If you're wondering what not clear or unresolved immigration status means, well, it refers to situations where your legal right to stay in the country is uncertain, such as number 1, pending applications. You might have applied for a visa, asylum, or residency, but the application is still being processed. Number 2, expired visas. Your visa might have expired and you haven't renewed it or applied for a new one. Number 3, undocumented. You might have entered the country without proper documentation or overstayed your visa. Number 4, legal issues. You might be involved in legal proceedings that affect your immigration status. The government is expanding detention centers and increasing immigration enforcement. So, what should you do? Make sure your immigration status is up to date. Seek legal advice if you're unsure. Let's move to last update, which is update number 4, which is on UK riots update. Now, most of the students planning to start in September were worried and unsure whether to proceed with their plans or not. The good news is that the situation in the UK is now under control and the riots have stopped. If your flights are booked and your classes start in September, do not postpone your plans any further. You don't need to worry once you are in the UK. If you need local help and support, make sure to connect with INSA Group. They are your home away from home. INSA is a non-profit organization dedicated to promoting the well-being and protecting the interests of Indian students coming to the UK. You can contact them at www.insauk.org or on their Instagram page, which is INSAUKORG. So that's all for today's video, guys. If you guys got any more questions for me, do let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to inquire about my paid job assistance service by emailing me at yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. Thanks for watching my video till the end, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Till then, bye.